Yo boy just got humbled. Okay. This video is a little bit embarrassing for me because it was initially set out to be a different topic, which was essentially why Muslims should stop eating so many vegetables and consume more meat. But as I was doing my research on the topic and what Prophet Muhammad ﷺ used to eat, it turns out that he actually preferred a vegetarian diet than a carnivore. This was like really shocking to me too, because I thought that he would be someone that would eat meat on a daily basis or at least a few times a week, right? Because we know that his physique was great. Like, he was known for his impeccable strength and his physique with the broad shoulders and everything. But it turns out that actually the foods that he liked were dates, water, vinegar, honey, yogurt, barley bread, grapes, and meat was a rare indulgence. So, one thing that we do know, or at least I know, I'm sure that you know that as well, is that all the foods that I just mentioned, except for the meat, these main food resources, they all consist of carbs. As a matter of fact, they're known for their high volume of carbs that they consist of. So it makes you wonder that if his Wasallam's diet was this heavy on carbs, then how did he maintain such a great physique, right? And I think the answer to that is perhaps a little bit obvious. So obvious that we may look past it, which is that back then people used to be a lot more on their feet. They were going everywhere, either walking, running, or on a horse. And if you know anything about horseback riding, you know it's a sport, so I assume it's not easy to ride a horse, right? And I know that you cannot ride a horse if you are overweight, because you're a lot more likely to injure the horse. So of course you have to be in shape for that. And when you do ride a horse, you have to have all this strength to not maybe not strength, but like this mobility to know how to stop it, how to make it run, how to make it go in different directions. So all these skills that you'd have to develop, and all these skills are basically physical skills, right? So yeah, I was really shocked about this diet because I assumed that since we do celebrate Eid al-Adha by doing the zabiha and eating meat, which I know it's for a different reason, but still I thought that maybe we are supposed to eat meat like a few times a week, but actually it's more recommended that you give it out to the poor who are less likely to afford meat. And I don't know if it's highly recommended that we follow Prophet Muhammad Wasallam's diet, because nowadays it seems like we all consume so much meat, right? Meat, chicken, beef, that I'm not sure if this can even work nowadays, considering the fact that there's so many saturated ingredients involved in, even maybe in barley bread. Like, if you buy the bread from like something like Aldi or Kroger, they probably do contain some chemicals which would not be there in a fresh yeast. So yeah, overall I was like really shocked about this, about learning about this diet. And some of the questions I do have, what do you guys think? How would one be able to physically afford this diet? I think we nowadays probably cannot be on this diet. I guess we can, but most of us cannot, because if we work, we're mostly just sitting on our asses the entire day. 9 to 5, your typical 9 to 5, we're just sitting over there on the computer. We're not as physically fit, we're not physically mobile, we don't move around that much. Most of us barely get 5,000 steps a day, let alone 10,000. And I'm pretty sure people back in the day, they'd be getting like at least 20,000 steps a day for sure, because of the amount of movement that was going on. And there would be regular wars, right? Maybe not that regular as we think that there would be, but at least there were, right? There were wars back then. Nowadays, it's a happy society, which, not a happy society, but just most of us, at least in the West, we are totally like, okay, I was about to say we're totally not aware of a war situation, but everything that's happening in Palestine, that's not even a war, but that's more of a genocide. That's a different topic though. Let's not get into that in this video. But yeah, overall, I feel like I'm just drowning right now. So please, if you could tell me, how can someone maintain this diet nowadays and What would the diet of the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ be when he would be on a war? What was the usual diet of all the Sahabas and everybody else? If you know the answers to any of these questions, please drop them down in the comments below. And also, please let me know which type of topics you want me to talk about on this channel. I'd love to do some research on more of this type of stuff. So please let me know what are some topics that you'd like me to talk about. And please, if you've liked the video, make sure you like the video and you hit the subscribe button for more content ahead. And inshallah, I'll see you in the next one.